Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and I'm back with part 3 of my December journal. So welcome back. If you haven't seen part 1 where I made the cover, and part 2 we put the signatures together, and this is part 3, finishing touches to the front and a few little bits to the papers, to the pages. So it's all been sewn in. I just used this twine. I thought it was quite nice just for a wee change rather than the wax thread. It worked out quite well. I just did 3 holes and just tied a bow in the centre. If we can find the centre. There we are. Just tied a bow there. They're in nice and tight. And this one, just the same. A little knot in a bow in the centre. There's plenty of videos on how to do the 3-hole stitch, but basically you just make the 3 holes through the centre of the signature and your cover, and then just go, well, I go in the middle, then to one of the sides, then to the other side, and then back through the middle again and tie a knot. It is a bit of a fiddle, but yeah, worth doing. I think it turns out quite nice, and it gives it a little bit of a feature on the spine there. So it's really quite squinchy and squinchy. I just made up those words. Okay, so let's do the cover. So I had planned, and I'm still going to do something with this along the middle there, but that just wasn't enough. So one of my lovely subscribers did think that this was nice in the middle, so I'm going to go with that because, you know, it's nice to get feedback from subscribers, and I do agree. So that looks nice there. I'm just sitting it just now, but I still felt that for the size of the book, this band across the middle just wasn't giving it enough oomph, enough impact. So I looked through my bits, and I have this, which is just gorgeous, and it's a nice shade of red that goes with the reds. And I thought, right, let's layer it up and see how we can do this. So that would be first, then this, and although you might think, oh, but you're covering up all that lovely pattern and the little bit of shiny gold bit, it shines through the white, and I just thought that just added a nice touch of December sparkle with the gold, and then it picks up the red again, the kind of winey dark red colour, and I thought, yeah, that band is now a bigger size in proportion to the size of the journal, which has actually turned out quite big. And then I thought, well, you know, what else could we do? So I came up with a little bit of grunginess, a little bit of something for just the corner there, which is just a little scrap of this kind of netting fabric. So I've got that there, and then this is a piece of old sewing pattern which I just pleated and stitched up the middle, and I think that just kind of contrasts nicely with all the fabrics. Then I thought, well, to balance this bit at the bottom, let's have something up here. So I have this old tablecloth, and I decided to fussy cut out some of the stitching, and I just, yeah. At first I had cut out the whole square, the whole oblong, but these bits are just plain white, and it just didn't look nice, and I thought, right, I'm going to give fussy cutting it a go, and I think it's worked out quite well. So what I was thinking of doing is just tucking that in there like that, and I think I'm happy with that. What do you think? Yeah. I think that's nice. It's a bit different and I'm happy with all of that. So let's get gluing. I've got my 3-in-1 and we will just stick this bit down first, and let's see, it's just going to be stuck on that little white dotted line there. So let's do that. I'll just move that out the way just now because it's catching on my big sleeves. It has turned very chilly here. We had quite an icy frost overnight. So, and we are expecting a little flurry of snow. I think late on tonight or early in the morning. So we'll see if that happens. Sometimes it gets forecast and doesn't actually appear. And then other times it gets forecast and is more than expected. I don't think they can actually get it exactly right. Yeah. So the next bit down will be this bit. And I'm not quite sure which bit, it doesn't look straight. I think we could maybe just take a little bit off there. That looks better. Yes, that's better. Not that I need things to be exactly Right, we will go up and down. And then just let's do the front. And then we can turn it round and do the other side. Just put a little run in the middle there. Right, good. So far so good. And this is going to cover up a little bit of the twine in the middle bit there, but that's okay. Might just be a little bit too long now that it's on. I'll trim that. I think maybe what I did was I didn't put it right to the edge here. Now is that straight? It's as straight as it will be. And yes, we've got a little overhang. Let's do it properly rather than cory-fisted. That's got glue on it. That's fine. And the next layer Now, what bit will we glue? I think we'll try and get a nice line of glue along that bit there. Try and find a little solid bit to glue. There we are. And same again. I think when it comes to long pieces, it's always better to try and do it in 2 halves. Otherwise I get into a right old fankle. There we are. And again, that might just be a wee bit long. Just a little bit. There we are. And last piece. Doesn't have a right or wrong. I'm not sure. I think this must be another piece that I found that was longer, because I'm sure the piece I had didn't go all the way round, because I had it initially along the bottom there, and then I must have found, right, so I need to do the back first, because otherwise it's upside down. But this piece goes right round. I must have had another bit. Or maybe I had it folded over and didn't realise. Who knows? Anyway, I've got this piece that goes right the way round. There. Okay. So there's quite a lot of streets blocked off this week, last week and this week so far, because they're filming. I don't know what it is they're filming. It's James McAvoy from, you know, what's it, X-Men, I think he was in, and different things. So he apparently is a director. So they've been filming in the train station in different streets. So they've been blocking things off from the traffic. And now, how are we going to glue this? I think we'll need to glue this just in that centre bit, or else the glue will show through. The centre bit that's going to be covered by the tissue paper. And we will hope for the best, that it sticks well enough. And I was thinking, am I going to put a heading? Am I going to put December 2024 or Dephemerember, or I don't know. I just hadn't decided. And the glue will go through and hold that other piece of netting stuff as well, I think. Right. Yeah, so I was going to maybe stamp on this kind of calico stuff, like, I don't know, 2024 or December or something. But you know, I just like the cover so much that I don't really want to put a heading on it. And I thought, well, I can put my heading here or here, or up and down the way, December 2024. So I'm going to leave that just now, because I know I can stamp on this because I've stamped on this before. So I think I'm going to leave that just now. Right, so the next thing I want to do to the cover is this inside. And I have this cheap pouch from Amazon. I bought a couple of these because I seen someone on a video decorating one of these, and it turned out really cool. They stamped on it, they used rub-ons, they did all sorts of cool stuff, and I thought, you know, it might be quite handy to have a wee pouch stuck on there, just to keep maybe the prompts, and I've got glue in my fingers, the prompts and maybe photographs that I've printed off that I want to use on future pages, and just little bits, that maybe spare bits of, you know, paper, fabric, little tickets, any ephemera that you might want to keep for another day. And I thought that might be quite handy. So I'm going to decorate this up and then put that there. So to decorate it up, I have more of, in fact, I think, do you know what I think? I think that's the bit I originally had. So I thought it might be nice to decorate it up just quite simply with something that matches the cover. So we can leave that aside for the moment. And I have this, which I can just put up the centre, and another piece of this, and a little bit of this on the other side, which I thought would be quite nice with the three things layered up like that. And my big sleeves are pulling everything. Right, and I think we would just leave that in that, because the inside is kind of creamy and it kind of matches, and I don't want to overwork anything too much. So let's cut all this to size. Right, so to that little notch there. And then that notch there. And let's see if there's a bit I can see that. the end of that petal. You can see I measure very scientifically. Has that got a right side and a wrong side? Yes, it does. It's just that that little thread there is on the right side. Okay, so we've got this, and we've got this. I think I could tidy this up a wee bit. Yes, good. Right, and that's about the right spot for that. So we can get glue on this. And it was about there. And that needs to come further down. We just do this by eye. Let's just quickly make sure. That's us. Okay. So I'm glad that some of my subscribers are making their journal along with me. So that's lovely. And there's also a Facebook group that you can get inspiration from, which is nice and supportive. Everyone's doing Dephemerember. And I will now, once we're finished here, I will leave mine until the 1st of December, and then we will do the first prompt. And I'm not promising a video every day, but I will do my best to keep up as much as I can. And yeah, actually I'm amazed I did this 3 days in a row. And on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I think I managed to do it because the weather has turned cold, and it just seems like a cosier thing to do rather than go out wandering and going for like brunches and coffees and all this. As much as that's lovely, yes, that's going to be nice there, and I'm just going to go for it. So I've been in more in the afternoons because it's just nice to be cosy in the craft room. And I think especially when I've got a bigger project to do and my head is like, oh, I want to do this and I think this might work, and you know, I think about it. I think about what Dephemerember journal might be and how I'm going to use it. And so yeah, now I'm hoping that glue doesn't go through. I'm wondering if I should put piece of card or something in that pouch. Let's have a feel. No, it feels okay. Just give it a little bit of a press. But isn't that pretty? And it doesn't add, I know I've still to add lots of things to the pages, but it's still quite, you know, it's still quite thin. I've got space. Oh yes, I do. That's the first I've done that. And actually what happened was I was looking in my drawer for all my fabricy bits and I found them. I've got 2 of these pouches and I thought, oh, I had totally forgot them. I think I bought them about a year ago. You know, one of those times where you saw a video and somebody done something with pouches, immediately go onto Amazon, order the pouches, and then don't do anything with them. Because by that time you've moved on to something else. Right, now you'll see that I've stitched some of the pages. So I just ran some of the pages through the sewing machine and that created just the odd pocket here and there. And this was stitched, so that's got a long narrow one. And then the same with this. And there's a stitched one here. A little zigzaggy bit just on the one side. And I think there's a stitched one back here, just the other side of the music page. So a few of the pages have got the stitching down, and I have a bundle of bits to make little things down the side, and that will be the final thing today. I've got some more of that pattern paper, the tissue pattern paper, which has been stitched down, pleated and stitched, so we'll use some of that and some of this random bundle of bits. And sometimes I will do like a full length, and other bits I will use just as maybe little tags coming out. So there's something I could have used. No, it doesn't match. I still have this kind of heading thing in my head. Where is that bit I had here? Now, it could go there, and it could say down the way, or it could say December 2024, and just be short, or I could stamp it and then stitch round and then stick it on. Still swithering on that one. Right, so that page has got a nice bit of stitching, so we don't need to add anything here. I think we'll add something to this page. We've got some nice rick-rack. I'm not going to do, no, I'm not going to do too many pages. I just want some bits. Just that's quite a nice place for some rick-rack there, because that doesn't take away from using that page. Right, so we'll put this on here. And can we fluff up that end to match the other end? Yeah. That's quite nice. Right. I do love going into my scrap box and finding all the little bits that I can use. There we are. I'm just going to leave those ends like that. So what I did was I picked out red and then I picked out a few wee contrasting bits that I thought might be quite nice. Right, I definitely want something that sticks out. What can we put on this page? Because I think, does this page? Yes, this page will stick out. What about this nice check? Oh, I don't want my papers to get all squished. Let's move them to the side over here, out the way of my little bundle. Right, now this is, what is it you call this? I can't remember, but you can put it in either side. That's quite nice there, and that might stick out. So we will do our usual method of that white triangle there. And down the side of the page. And then we have to open this up. This has got a specific name. It's not seam binding. What is it you call it? Can't remember. If you can remember what this is called, I'd love it if you let me know so that I know for future. Because I did know at one point and it's gone. And now we just need to go down this side. Yeah, that's pretty. It doesn't stick out too much, but you get a little hint of it. A little hint. What one sticks out? This one. This map page. Let's think of something for the map page. It's going to stick out. Have we got... I like this. This has always been a favourite. I bought this sari silk from an Etsy shop called Yarn Yarn, and I've bought quite a lot of it from them, but they've never had this colour in since, and it's just such a favourite. And what I can do is just edge it and edge it. We won't cut that until it's on because it's a little bit of a moving beast, shall we say. And I might scrunch it up a little on the way. So again, we'll just do a little bit of glue. And of course you could stitch these on. I'm not going to, because I've already been at the sewing machine quite a lot. and then find the opening. It's quite silky and moves quite a lot, but if we get a grip, we can then play around with it. And we will do the same on this side, but not folding it over completely, if you know what I mean, just the other edge on here, and that will give it like a bit sticking out. So if we pull that to get the other edge, and then just put the edge on, and it will curl a bit. Doesn't want to play because I need it round this way, that's better. So once I've done my video, I think we might go for a little walk because I'm early doing it today. It's only just the back of 12 o'clock. We might have a wee bit lunch and then go for a walk in the park or something, because it's one of those, although it was really quite frosty and icy this morning, it's one of those days that's brightened up into a bright cold day. Now that sticks out a wee bit more than what I wanted. I wanted it sticking out, but maybe not quite as much as that. Not quite as much as that. Let's see if we can just pull it in a little bit. Before the glue dries. That was lucky, the glue had just not quite dried there. A little bit more. So I more or less could have folded it right over. This page must have been right on the edge. Right, I need more glue. I have undone and done too many times. There we are. I thought I would have to, because I wanted it sticking out, I thought I would have to not put it all on the page, but as it turned out, this page would have seemed to be already sticking out, so that's okay. Right, so whatever it happens this time, that's it. It's getting left. That's better. It just sticks out a little bit, so that's fine. Yep, good. Right, now a couple of tags sticking out. What page will we put a tag on? Maybe this plain page, because That would be quite nice there. Right. It's going to be this, a complete contrast. Ooh. Ooh. Perfect. Yes, that's better. I'm liking that. This doesn't seem as prominent now because it's having other, it's getting company. It's getting pals out there in the beyond the cover land. Right, maybe one more just now, and that'll do for the moment, because I don't want to do too much to it, because that's going to need a little bit of washi there. That's come apart. Because I don't know what pages I'm going to use for what yet with the prompts, and I think that I don't want to do too much to it. I'm going to maybe put a little tag here. That's quite nice, or this doesn't stand out as much. So many options, and that's what will be done along the way. Right, I'm going to put this one down here. Let's leave all those threads on. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up, get scarves on, get my berry on. I knitted a hat. I took a notion for knitting and I bought a pattern that's got a hat and a scarf. And the scarf is lovely, but the hat is one of those hats with ear lugs, ear muffs, you know, the bits that come down over your ears from like a hat, and then it's got the bits on either side, and then on those bits it's tassels. Wait till I show you. It's just here. So it's this, and it's got these long bits that go over your ear, and then you make these tassels. And I put it on quite happy, thinking, oh, that'll keep me warm in the winter. It's lovely soft wool. And then I put it on and I went through to the living room to show hubby. Oh, maybe these threads are just too long. And he just burst out laughing. And bless him, he's usually so supportive, but he just laughed. And I don't know if it was just like, yeah, he knew I was making a hat. I just don't know if he thought, if he didn't know what it was going to turn out like, or what, or he just hadn't seen something with ear muffs and tassels before. I don't know, but he was killing. He was laughing so much it was making me laughing, and so now I've got this hat, and I'm like, I don't know if it just looks. What do you think? I think it's nice, you know, and you put it on, and I had that on, and I just had my, you know, my t-shirt and my cardigan on. But if you wear it along with the scarf and your jacket, and there's a wee kind of loose bit here. I don't know what I did there. I think it's just a wee looser stitch. And I just wanted to start off with something easy because I've moved on to a jumper. It's the same sort of wool except it's shades of grey. This isn't like strictly, the wool comes in all these colours. It's lovely. Anyway, right, okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm happy with that. Quite like how that's all going to maybe crunch up. So that's it. So we've got our front and our back and our pouch for our bits and bobs, and that's all well glued in. Our two signatures with a wee start of decoration, because I don't want to do too much, because I want lots of room for journaling and for my photographs and for the prompts. So that's nice there. This is nice now that I fixed it. And yes, so I hope you enjoyed that, and it's given you a little bit of an idea of how you can just do a little bit to your pages until we're good to go on the 1st of December. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.